for me, you couldn't have conversations because my parents like were brick. Even up to now, my parents are like a huge. It's now that my mom is coming down, because now I see how my mom acts with my little sisters. I'm like, who are you? What have you done with my mom? Because this is a total different mom, and I think it's because she's grown over time. But when she gave birth to me at a point, I told her that I think my mom is wicked, because my mom won't have conversations with me. She would sort to, I won't say violence, but my mom would rather use anger to solve most of the issues, and like fear. So for a long time, even into my early teenage years, I was scared of my mom. I won't talk to her about, we didn't have those things that people do. Oh, I love you, good night. No. Have a good day. No. How was your day? Barely. Once a while. If it's your birthday, oh, then it's special. So your mom is asking, oh, how was your day? But the rest of it, no. And also because my mom was conditioned to think that if you marry a virgin, everything is going to work good for you. So my mom grew up in a house where she was told that, oh, you have to marry a virgin by force. And my mom broke her virginity at 28. The only man my mom has known is my dad. She got into marriage thinking that everything was going to be smooth. Got into it 2 years in, realized that it's not as smooth as they said it to be. So I think pressure to keep the good look that everybody told her that she would see made her very hard on me. Exactly. So if I'm told that being a virgin religiously will give me all the good things in marriage. Exactly, in marriage, my children have to be on point. So my mom and I were having conversations. My mom and I were doing how is school, how is everything looking for you. My mom never asked me, how are you feeling? The only time my mom will be compassionate is when I'm sick. Not because my mom is wicked.
This one is hard.
Yeah. If my mom is very compassionate, then I'm not feeling well. Or something. And mind you, my father is doing church stuff. Yeah. So my father wasn't even in the picture. My father and I never had conversation. It's just that when my mom was too hard on me, he'll come in and say, oh, you're doing too much. That's when I'll say my dad and I connected. But we never had conversations.
But you lived with them.
I lived with them. So I lived majority of my life on my own, in my head, all the thoughts, everything. And just like when I started menstruating, I woke up and I was scared to tell my mom. I knew about it. I had learnt about it. I was a late bloomer, so mine started in GHS 2, and then I go to my mom and I'm like, this is what it's, I've started menstruating. I need pad, and she was like, hey, when did you start? Blah blah blah. Hey, so she was rather panicking for me. I was like, why are you panicking? Like I know these things. It's just that cramps, the idea of cramps hadn't started in my head. So it started the next day. I was really cramping. I was on the floor, and then she comes and she says, oh, like this is what happened. She gives me at all, and that's all. She doesn't say anything again. She's like, oh, now you're a woman. She calls a couple of my aunties. They tell me, oh, now you're a woman. So yes, when a man comes to you, don't allow. Right now he can destroy your life. So Adam, for me, my mom and I, it was a big break. I didn't talk sex. I didn't talk about my life. My mom doesn't know me. It's now that my mom is getting to know me.